So, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duo, issue number 2 by DC Black Label, variant cover by Jim Lee. I still don't know what Black Label even means. You know, what's the big difference between the normal label and the Black Label? And I mean, the big difference. Is this more like mature titles? I'm not entirely sure because, well, this feels to me like a regular comic. Batman title, you know? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe somebody will tell me in the comments below and subscribe to my channel and all the jazz. Anyway, so let's dive in. But story and art by Marc Silvestri, colors Arif Prianto, letters Troy Peters, etc., etc. Colors are nice. The art is fantastic right off the back, you know. So spoiler here. It's not really a spoiler. It's Marc Silvestri. So it seems that Commissioner Gordon is being kidnapped, and somebody kidnapped a family, and this is, I believe, I don't know, a doctor or someone. And so the kidnapper says, "Got screwing around, Doc. You know the drill. Either you start cutting or I will." So, and then Jim says, "Hey, we need to buy more time. Do it." So, yeah, and this guy says, "Dude, I'm sorry." All right, so that's a nice beginning. Meanwhile, we are, God, why is still doing this with these? Anyway, let's move on. We have the Joker here. He is being held up here, and Batman is interrogating him about, you know, why Joker needs his help. So he searches him for stuff, but he finds the things that are normal. For Joker has carrying with him, like chattering teeth, yarn, paper clips, plastic decoder ring or something. But then he finds a phone, and but it's not Joker's phone. I mean, it's somebody sent it to the Joker, so because somebody is, you know, he's being, what's the word, indiscriminated or something, or he says, "Cut me loose and let's go find some crime, partner." And by crime, I mean the one being perpetrated against me. So, yeah, something happened probably with him, or somebody is, you know, using him, or, you know, uses the Joker name to do crimes. And then they are being attacked by these Joker monsters, which looks really, really cool. Like I said, the art looks fantastic. What I'm sadly missing from Batman's costume is more yellow, you know, like a yellow belt, and his, you know, black, let's say blue trunks. I mean, I don't know, it feels a little bit too empty, you know, where even when Superman has, you know, lost his trunk, I always felt that something was lacking. I just like trunks. It's just classic. But that's my 2 cents. And these are formidable creatures, but they are undisciplined. Strong, resilience, but undisciplined. And even Joker butts in, and he asks, says, "Hey, Batsy, I'm a little bit tied up here. Maybe you can cut me loose." And Joker attacks and, you know, chokes this monster out. Meanwhile, and he's leaning over towards, I don't know, this building. He falls there, and he kicks that monster over the edge. But then he forgets that the monster was still attached to him, and this is happening. Look at this man. He's clawing his mask open. And this monster has, yeah, it looks cool. The art looks really, really, really cool. Like, that's probably the biggest compliment that I can give this issue. And so, you know, Batman saves him. And but he also says, oh, yeah, what? I need to, where does it say here? Oh, yeah. He says, "The Joker is the most dangerous madman I've ever encountered. He ended countless lives. I could let him fall and be rid of him forever, but no one dies on my watch." And he still has Gordon. So Batman thinks that Batman has Gordon. Not entirely sure about that. But then he does this. Now look at this. So he takes a jump out of him, and Batman retaliates. So he throws himself over the edge and saves both of them with this monster attached, because he is, you know, flying to the building here. So they're safe, and the action looks really great. But then this is happening. So he cuts the rope, so that monster is falling to his death. Wait a minute. Did you just said a minute ago or less than a minute ago that no one died on your watch? I mean, the Batman I know would, save the life of criminals and even monsters at some point, but you just happily, just without a second of a thought, let him die. And he's clearly hurt. And Joker makes a joke about if he gets a warning when if Batman gets sudden cravings of human flesh. And yeah, I mean, look at this. This creature is totally dead. That was a little bit weird writing. Anyway, so Batman calls the Batmobile, and Joker is being Joker. So he says, "Hey, listen, all these buttons. What does the big red one do?" And then Batman says, "Don't touch anything," and he straps him in. And then he loses consciousness after he gives the coordinates or codes to the Bat computer. And then we are going to Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn has been kidnapped by, I believe, maybe the head honcho of these monsters. And she is sharpening her tools for what's to come. Who he is, I don't know. I don't know what he wants from her. Maybe it's just to lure the Joker in. I'm not entirely sure. I believe, I wish that DC Comics would have bring back Elseworlds, because this is not canon at all. This doesn't feel canon. And he has the trunks here, so that's weird, and the yellow belt. And we have, come on, stop with the black and wasting pages. I wish they bring the Elseworlds logo back, the whole imprint. It's cool. So Bruce waking up, so we have Alfred and Dick Grayson here. And he says, "Hey, we have trouble operating you because there was a thief in there that they have here on quote-unquote life support." That's not what it is. And it wouldn't get out. And it has also some... it seems that it's growing a tooth while it's in there, which is weird, but creepy at the same time. So they disguise themselves to release the Joker. And Joker says, "About time, Bats. I was beginning to think you didn't love me anymore. Oh, and had a lot of iced tea earlier today, so..." That was my very bad impression of, doing the Mark Hamill Joker voice. I cannot do that, but, I always wanted to try. It's laughing. It's funny for me. So they analyze it, and there is some technical mumbo-jumbo here, but it seems that they realize somehow, well, we already know that, but it's linked to the DNA of Joker, and there were some missing components. And it seems that, I'm not a scientist guy or a biologist, but it seems that the missing or the cells has carbon fiber. Living cells literally bonded together with carbon fiber molecules. This should be impossible. All right. So they are talking together how to move along with the plan. And so Dick says maybe he has to do something with him, with the Joker. Of course, because there is cells, well, it's not saying from the Joker, but there's a lot of similarities. I mean, when it comes to looks, these monsters have, white skin, green hair and ruby red lips, etc. But they still don't have a really good clue how it all works together, because it seems that these companies cannot work together. So somebody makes monsters and etc. In my opinion, it goes a little bit too long, but on the other hand, I like reading a little bit more of those fake science stuff. It intrigues me because, I don't know, just years ago, just a little bit side story here. Years ago, when I was little, and when I opened up a Fantastic Four, for instance, a comic, Reed Richards also talk about, science and about, molecules and atoms. When I was 7 or 8, I have no clue what it was, but it sounded so fantastic and so out of this world. It triggered my imagination. So when somebody talks about molecules or atoms or DNA or, tissue and changing and radiation, etc., it just, I don't know, it feels, I feel a bit giddy inside, where it brings me back. And even if it's all true scientifically, it's still cool. But I just like fantasy science, fake science, sci-fi science more, because it speaks to the imagination. But that's me. But they are talking here a lot. But it's not really a how do you say a criticism or something. It's just I noticed it. Meanwhile, at Wayne Corp, I guess. So this guy's getting in the face of a guy that works for Bruce, and he's on the running of becoming the mayor, and he's also threatened this guy. So when I become the mayor, Wayne and Batman and Gotham Police will wind up in front of a judicial, is that how you say it? Hearing, etc. So and he also has some kind of a cough with him. Not sure if that's coming up later or if that's really important. Selina comes in. I don't know the relationship in this comic. What Selina is for Bruce. Is she an employee? Is she a friend? I don't know. And so this guy is waiting for Bruce Wayne, but and he's getting impatient. But then Dick Grayson comes to takes his place. I mean, that's weird. I didn't even know that Dick Grayson has any interest in Wayne Enterprises and from the business point of view. So that's a little bit intriguing here. I like that. And so, yeah, these guys are looking a little bit in shock. Meanwhile, Batman is here with Bullock. And Bullock says, hey, there's some crime stuff going on, and it's people with heads, people disappearing. I mean, headless people. And also somebody sent a severed finger to the police department. And Batman doesn't want to say anything, but he says in the end, Bullock, the finger is Jim's Gordon. And I thought, what? Oh, no, yeah, of course, because he's been, I don't know, cut up here. Cool, I guess, but gruesome, but fun gruesome, but, it's comics. I don't get really riled up about that. But, I like that. There's some different storylines woven together, with the DNA, with the scientist stuff, with the monsters, with, Harley Quinn. What is she doing there? Why is Jim Gordon being cut up, etc. I like that, it's intriguing. Meanwhile, this is some kind of a steel factory, and it seems that Batman's grandfather, Bruce Wayne's grandfather, just bought that. It's some kind of a steel plant, but it's now abandoned. And so he suddenly got he wants to use the cell phone of Joker for, I don't know, GPS or getting a signal. Doesn't work that way, and he's getting a message from, Hello, Batman. What a pleasant surprise. Come in. And he says, I take the bait. All right. So there's a voice here talking to Bruce, probably that hooded figure. And the voice says, where is the Joker? I have him, says Batman. I had a task for him. Are you taking his place? No. Then why are you here? Curiosity. So so he says, go through the door with all these monsters here. Oh, it looks really cool, man. Could be vampires for all I know. Anyway, so there's a couple, I guess, called William and Lisa Gray, parents of a young Thomas Wayne. A young son named Thomas. And there's some, metal grinder beneath them. So the voice says, allow me to illuminate your curiosity. One of them has to die tonight. To get what he wanted, the Joker has to decide which. On the floor in front of you are documents I provided to help him to make a proper decision on who should live and who should die. Now, so basically he says now that the Joker is not here, they're all gonna die. And Batman says, I'll take Joker's place, I'll decide. And he gets 15 minutes to do that. Now, that troubles me a little bit. What does the Joker care who lives or dies, right? He has no connection with these people, with actually no one. He would have even killed, his closest, well, friends probably is a big word, but like Harley Quinn, in many dangerous situations that she could die. He did that many times before. Also threatened to kill her many times Why? What kind of power does this guy has over the Joker? That's the real question. And I hope I'm there's not really a hint of where this is actually going for now. So I wonder what the big payoff is. You know, not being some kind of a creepy scientist guy creating monsters, but I also want to see what leverage this hooded figure has over the Joker for him deciding, you know, these innocent people has to die or not, or which one. So I was wondering about that. Let's see if it pays off. So, and in the end, this is some kind of a beeping sound in the bat grotto, in the bat cave. And we see that, yeah, so these teeth are growing and they are multiplying. And that's the end of the book for now. And then we have this annoying black page. Just make some. I told you before what I think about it. Anyway, then we have some black and white. I love that. Jesus, looks great, man. Black and white looks great. I really love black and white. I love the line art. I love shading. I love the hatching. Pretty cool. Overall, I like the comic. I'm still a little bit on the fence where this is going. Maybe I'm expecting a lot from this comic. You know, normally when I review a comic, I think to myself, you know what, this is good, this is bad. But somehow I'm intrigued where this is going because this is Marc Silvestri's first book in many, many years. I hope he has the chops and good plan to you know, have a payoff in this series. I hope he does. Let's see and wait, guys. Guys, let me know what you think about this comic, and I'll see you next time pretty soon. Bye-bye.